In the heart of a vast and ancient empire, where trade routes wove through sun-drenched cities, lived a merchant named Vias. His reputation was not built on the silks and spices he sold, but on the stories he spun and the beliefs he could instill. His true marketplace was the human mind, and his greatest skill was persuasion. One sweltering afternoon, Vias arrived at the King Opulent court, leading a magnificent black horse with a gleam in its eye. With a voice as smooth as polished jade, he made an extraordinary claim. "This horse," he announced to the astonished assembly, "speaks truth, but it shares its wisdom only with those who are honest of heart. To the deceitful, it offers only silence." A ripple of excitement and disbelief spread through the court. Courtiers whispered. Ministers leaned forward, their eyes wide. A talking horse. A creature that could validate one's virtue. This was more than a marvel. It was power. For in any market, whoever controls belief controls everything. The king, intrigued, approached the horse. He posed a question about the loyalty of his subjects. Strange, guttural sounds filled the grand hall, and in the echoes, many swore they heard profound answers. Applause erupted. Wonder turned to conviction in their eagerness to witness a miracle. Few stopped to question if they were hearing the horse's truth or merely the echo of their own desires. Amidst the clamor, only one man remained still and silent. He was Kavi, the king's most trusted counselor, a man whose wisdom was as deep and quiet as a forest pool. Kavi did not watch the horse's mouth. His gaze was fixed on the ground beneath its powerful hooves. He wasn't listening to the sounds. He was listening to the system behind them. He noticed the subtle shift of Vias's weight, a nearly invisible twitch of the reins, a calculated timing that orchestrated the entire performance. The illusion wasn't the horse. It was the audience's desperate hunger to believe. The following day, as the court gathered once more, Kavi stepped forward. He bypassed the ceremony and the grand speeches. Without warning, he turned to the horse and asked a simple, direct question about the weather. There was no opportunity for Vios to prepare, no moment to cue his animal. The horse said nothing. The silence was absolute, heavy, and undeniable. It hung in the air, more powerful than any sound the horse had supposedly made. Kavi turned to the king, his voice calm and steady. "Now, you see," he said, his words cutting through the tension. The horse never spoke. What spoke was your desire, and desire, when cleverly exploited, can make any market believe in anything. Vias the merchant stood exposed, his grand illusion shattered. Yet Kavi did not condemn him with anger. Instead, he looked at the stunned faces of the courtiers. "The greatest deception," the counselor continued, "is not the lie itself. It is our own willingness to suspend judgment in exchange for a comforting hope." Not long after, another dispute reached the king. Three men stood before the throne, arguing fiercely over a sprawling banyan tree that grew in the center of the marketplace. One man claimed he had planted the seed many years ago. Another, who owned the land beneath it, declared the tree his. A third, who had always harvested its fruit, insisted it belonged to him. Each man presented contracts, brought forth witnesses, and made eloquent, passionate arguments. The king was perplexed. Kavi, however, ignored their speeches and scrolls. He walked to the marketplace, knelt down, and examined the tree. He felt the richness of the soil, observed the channels dug to bring it water, and saw the careful pruning that had shaped its branches. He studied the roots, the water, and the signs of consistent care given over many seasons. Returning to the court, he addressed the king and the three claimants. "Ownership," Kavi declared, his voice resonating with quiet authority, "is not proven by words, nor by a piece of paper. True value belongs to the one who sustains life, especially when no one is watching to applaud the effort." The king understood at once. So did the guilty parties, and so did Vias, who had been observing from the back of the court. The man who had tended to the tree, nurturing it day after day, was its rightful owner. From that day forward, a new principle governed the empire's markets, a truth etched into the heart of its commerce. Not every voice that convinces is creating value. Not every spectacle reflects the truth. And in every market, from the grandest courts to the humblest stalls, truth will eventually demand its price. The moral is this: a true merchant, a true builder, does not trade in illusions, but in trust. Sustainable value is never created by a dazzling performance. It grows from integrity, from the roots up. Deception may offer a brief, intoxicating reward, but in the end, the market always settles its accounts with truth. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more parables on wisdom and value. See you next time.